Welcome everybody to Rewind the Times. Man, it feels like I haven't done a video in a long time. Man, I apologize. I'm coming from my kitchen. I just got home from the gym. I've been running around. It's been pretty crazy, man. When you work in retail or anything to do with food industry, or like a Kmart, or not that there's any more Kmarts, but like a Walmart. From like September to December, or September to January, it's crazy. I know, like at my job, I mean, we're short workers. It feels like no one wants to work, to be honest with you. We're short workers, so like my department is so low staffed, and we are just working. I come home, I pass out. I try to get some sleep, go to the gym. It's just been nuts, man. And it's like whenever I get some free time, it's like I'm just trying to relax and sleep and stuff like that. But I wanted to come on here because, as most people know, this is my favorite time of the year. Love the fall, love the winter. I really do. We're going into month 2 of 3 of all the holidays. I love September, October, November, December. Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite fall months because September, like I've always said, it's my birthday. My birthday's the 8th, September 8th. I just turned 43 years old. It's not me being an old man. And then October is my favorite holiday, which is Halloween. Love horror, anything Halloween, love it. And then Thanksgiving, which was actually a holiday my mom loved. My mom loved Thanksgiving. The turkey, the stuffing, just sitting around, just having a good time with family and friends. My mom loved that. And then obviously the big one is Christmas. So just love this time of the year. Just puts a smile on my face. I mean, even the worst people in the world can still smile because the atmosphere does something to somebody. Just does something to your soul. So, but speaking of Thanksgiving, I went with my boys on Sunday to see the new Eli Roth Thanksgiving, and man, I was excited. I was really excited for this. Now, back in 2007, there was a movie that came out. It was called Death Proof. It was kind of like a grindhouse movie, Quentin Tarantino, and before the movie started, they had like these 3 or 4 previews, but they were just like fake, you know what I mean? Because that's how it was back in the day. Like I think way back in the day, like you go to a drive-in movie and you'd see 2 movies for one. You see like two movies, for the price of one, and so they had like these pretend, pretty much previews of movies. And Thanksgiving was one that just seemed really, really cool. We have killers, obviously, with Halloween, where there's just so many slashers that came out in the 80s and even in the 90s. And then, you have your Christmas movies, there's a lot of dark Christmas movies: Silent Night, Deadly Night, Violent Night. The list goes on, you know what I mean? So we've never actually had a Thanksgiving holiday killer. So when I saw the preview, I thought it was cool. We didn't know they were actually going to make the movie, and then I kept hearing the whispers of it, and I was like, "Oh man, they're going to make this movie." And Eli Roth, if anybody knows anything about Eli Roth, he does the Hostel movies. His kills are very like gruesome. They're almost like you have to like be able to sit through and watch them because they're very disturbing. But that's just the type of movies he does. I mean, you always know when an Eli Roth movie you're gonna get some outlandish and gruesome, bloody kill scenes. So I was really excited, and when I went to go see this movie, it did not fail. This will be a spoiler review for the most part. I am gonna talk some spoilers, talk some non-spoilers. I just pretty much how I do it, guys. Is I just when I review a movie, I kind of just spit off the top of my head, kind of what I remember from the movie and stuff like that. Not sometimes maybe not the greatest reviews, but it's like I'm just sitting across the table with a friend, and that's what you guys are, friends, and just kind of shooting the shit, just just talk about a movie that we just seen, and that's kind of how I always do these formats when I do review a movie. So like I said, man, we have killers, for obviously Halloween, for Christmas. So we never had a Thanksgiving, horror movie, and in this one right here, definitely. the John Carver could be an icon. And this movie reminds me of an 80s slasher. You know, that's my favorite type of genre, is a slasher. You know, with the Freddy Krueger, the Michael Myers, obviously Jason Voorhees is my favorite. You know, like the Chucky, the Scream, Whodunit. That's what this movie is. It has the 80s slasher vibe, and then it has the scream of who did it. You know, it's a guessing game. So pretty much it starts off as Plymouth, Massachusetts, where it's Black Friday. It's Black Friday, and they're having this giant sale, and it does kind of play off to the truth for a little bit. People do go crazy on Black Friday. I'm not someone like that. People, I know most of the time I go shopping online, or I actually stop my Christmas shop. I actually stopped my Christmas shopping in August. Believe it or not, yeah, I'm not one of those people that wait last minute to shop. It's just for the simple fact, if I want to get what I get, you know, I want to be able to get the presents I can get, and I hate being last second because, you know, they jack prices, and sometimes they just run out of things that you can't get, especially when somebody really wants something. So I've always been able to shop months and months and months in advance, and it works out for me. It's never failed, and I can kind of like relax and enjoy the holiday season instead of stressing out about, you know, getting presents and stuff. So like I said, I do have friends that have that this is serious to them. That Black Friday is a big deal to them. They will have a Thanksgiving meal with their family, and then by 6-7 o'clock, they're sitting in line. And sometimes it's for something stupid. I mean, yes, sometimes the prices are great, but sometimes it's just stupid. You know, it could be like, you know, a waffle iron or a TV or just something just really just stupid. But so pretty much it's not Walmart, it's Right Mart, and the owner is opening it up. He's actually just about to have Thanksgiving. He's not the owner. He's the manager. Rick Hoffman is the owner. The characters' names I don't know too much. I'll get into why that. But it's pretty much they went to open the store up. They were going to open up at 6 o'clock. Which, first of all, in the holidays, man, just enjoy family. Just enjoy Thanksgiving with your family. Don't be Christmas shopping. I mean, I know people want to do that, but man, like, this is the whole point of like this takes the theme and exaggerates it to the extreme. So anyways, man, everybody's going to Right Mart because they're having deals. You know, the first 100 customers get this beautiful waffle iron, and all of a sudden, the main cast of characters, these group of teenagers, they get there because one of the kids needs a cell phone, and he's obviously friends with a friend that you know that their dad owns the store or something. So they kind of sneak in, and the crowd sees them, and the crowd's like, why are you letting them in? And all of a sudden they barricade the store, and it's like a fucking scene out of a horror movie. That's what we're watching, a horror movie anyways. People getting stepped on, killed. I mean, some of the death scenes are just so outlandish that, you know, my kids and I were kind of laughing at some of them because some of them are kind of gruesome, but some of them are really funny. But pretty much, Gina Kershaw's in the movie, and man, she gets walloped in the head with the carriage, and then her hair gets stuck in the carriage. And as the customer's pulling away, he like rips her skull apart and rips her hair off her skull. I mean, it's some gruesome kills. But some of them are really funny. And it's like it shows this guy is dying. This black customer, this black gentleman. He you know, like I said, the first 100 customers get a waffle iron, and he is holding the waffle iron. He's all excited, but he's like all battled and bruised, and he's pretty much on his deathbed, and it just shows a random customer walk up to him and like look around and like push him down and not help the guy and take the fucking waffle iron. And my kids and me are laughing because it's just so ridiculous. So people getting killed, and all of a sudden it's just mayhem. And the sheriff of the town of Plymouth, he turns around and he's like, stop, and he shoots out his gun, and everybody just stops, and that's how the movie starts. So it shows a year later from that accident. And John Carver, I guess, is a pilgrim that founded Thanksgiving and landed in Plymouth, Massachusetts. So someone dresses up as him, and one by one kills these people that were there that day, that made that day a priority. Pretty much bloodlust. These customers were bloodlust. They wanted their sales. They wanted their things, and the kill scenes are just so gruesome. There's one, and they're very they're very imaginative. Eli Roth does put some imaginative. Like the first person that gets killed, she's a waitress, And she's a real bitch in the beginning of the movie. You can hear her. She has that Boston accent. It's so thick. My girlfriend has a Boston accent, so it's hilarious because I love when she talks because I can hear it. It's just so thick. But in the movie, she's like, yeah, she's just that accent. She has that thick Boston accent. And how the killer kills is just so cool, man. Like, he takes her and he dumps her in water to get her wet, and then he opens up a freezer and throws her in her, and her body like freezes to it because of the coldness of her head being dunked in the water in her hands, and then she has to like rip apart her skin and her fingers and stuff, and then she runs outside, she's running to her car, and the killer goes after her. This kill's a little exaggerated, but she's trying to jump into a dumpster, and the killer's behind the steering wheel, hits the dumpster, and her body splits in half. First of all, most dumpsters, the tops are like made of plastic, and the impact of that is not going to split a human being in half. But you gotta stretch your imagination, to disbelief in it. But it's a cool scene, man. There's some kill scenes in there where there's kids that are and there's this one girl, she's jumping on a trampoline, and the killer's underneath, and he's sticking a blade, and as she's jumping, she jumps on the blade, and then she falls, because she gets stabbed in the foot, and she lands on her stomach, and then lands on her head. I mean, it's just a really cool death scene. The end is the terrible. So basically, the killer, he wants to get all these main people that cause this problem on Black Friday. He wants to get them in a room, and he wants to set up a dinner table. And it is so disturbing. This kill is disturbing. The owner of the Right Mart, Rick Hoffman, the character, I don't know their names. I'm sorry, guys, but all I know is Patrick Dempsey plays the sheriff, and there's a reason why I know that. So Rick Hoffman's wife, she's like all about money. She's a stuck-up bitch, and she's the one that keeps telling him, you know what, man, like you gotta always open up, gotta make that money, She's just a very money-hungry person. You can see it. So, anyways, the killer gets her, and you know how on Thanksgiving Day when you're sitting around the table, your family's sitting around, and you got that beautiful turkey that comes out of the oven, the legs are up and the arms. Well, she's the turkey, and her head's missing, and she looks just like a turkey. It is so disturbing and so disgusting looking. Like Eli Roth, you pulled it off. You got me thinking it looks real. It looks terrible. And then he cuts like a piece of her leg, and he goes to offer Rick Hoffman. He cuts a piece of his wife's leg off, and he offers he's like, hey, do you want to taste what she's like? Want to taste want to taste her? It's just fucking nasty. It's just so gross. I mean, the kill scenes range from kids getting their heads splattered with a meat baster. Like how you like when you have like a piece of steak, you beat it up just to to loosen it up. Some kid gets his fucking head beat with that so bad where his brain comes out. But I love the whodunit aspect of this movie. You kind of have to guess the killer is. But what sucks is I grew up on Scream. I was 16 years old when Scream 1 came out. Seen it so many times in the theaters. That's something I'm very thankful to see that movie. Where it came out in the holidays, it came out on Christmas, around Christmas time, and the want for that movie was just amazing. And they put it back in the theaters, and I seen it again in the theaters. So I'm used to this guessing of this whodunit. I'm used to it, and I pay really attention, and I knew who the killer was. You can kind of just tell. It's like, oh, he's always around when this happens, or he's always around when that happens. And at the end, you find out why he's the killer. So the killer is Patrick Dempsey, which I love. He does a great job of distracting you to make you think he's not the killer, but also he does things that make you think he is the killer. But pretty much what it is the manager of the store, not the owner, the manager of the store, Gina Gershon, is married to the manager of the store. Well, Patrick Dempsey, she was going to leave him to be with Patrick Dempsey, who's the sheriff of this town. And you find out at the end of the movie that they were going to have a baby together. And she died that day. So not only did she lose a life, he lost his baby's life. And that just fucking turned him upside down and made him go nuts. And at the end, you don't know if this is going to be a sequel, because the way he dies, if you want to say that, pretty much they feel helium up. They're escaping out of this warehouse, and this turkey that was in a parade is filled up with helium, and it was rising and rising and rising. And the main final girl of the movie, she shot it, and it blew up, and it was fire everywhere. But they don't show his body. They don't have a body for him. And how the movie kind of ends is how she has a really bad dream that he's still alive. So you don't know. I'll tell you right now, I would love to see a Thanksgiving 2 or 3. This is a movie, personally, I love it a lot. I really do. I love horror movies, and I'm so excited to see this holiday now have a horror movie for it. And John Carver could be a horror icon. He has that 80s slasher iconism. His deaths are awesome, and I think there should definitely be a sequel. But would like to see more. This guy could be the next Freddy or Jason. I mean, no one will ever replace those guys, you know what I mean? But he could be in that line. I mean, think about it. I mean, growing up in the 80s, we were spoiled. We had, we started off with Michael Myers, and then after Michael Myers, we had Jason Voorhees, and then we had Freddy Krueger, and then Chucky came along, and Ghostface and Pinhead. Ghostface was the real iconic, slasher that the Fabulous Five, or whatever you want to call it. You got your Michael Myers, your Jason Voorhees, your Freddy Krueger, your Chucky, your Ghostface. Some people want to add Art the Clown in there. John Carter could definitely be in this. I love the costume. It's got the John Carter mask, the pilgrim mask. He wears like a pilgrim hat. He's dressed in all black. It's like black khakis with a black shirt, like a black long sleeve shirt, black gloves, and his weapon of killing is a mini. It's like a mini axe, and I love it, man. And I hope there is more of this. I really do hope there is more of this. And so I would definitely, hey man, go see this in the theaters, guys. Go support it. The budget on this movie really wasn't a lot. I think it was. I think the budget was like $5 million or something to make, or $10 million. It's already made $12 million, so it's already, it's already made some of its money back. I'm not sure how that goes to where you have to make such a, but I to make a big profit. But listen, man, this movie, this could be the trend of something new, and this is definitely going to be a movie when it comes out. I will buy it on 4K Ultra. Blu-ray and have it on Blu-ray and 4K. I will definitely buy this when it comes out, and this will be a movie that I will visit because I love horror movies and I have the repeatability. I have the watchability. I can do that. I can watch movies over and over again. I'll watch this a couple times a year, definitely around Thanksgiving. So if I had to give this movie, let's see, if I had to rate this movie out of 5 turkey legs, what would I give it? I'd give it a solid 4. A 4. It's that good. I really enjoy it. If you like Eli Roth's movies and the way he brings the kill scenes and the way he does his death scenes, you'll definitely enjoy it. It's got a pretty good plot. It's not like something. It's not like they're reinventing the wheel. It's kind of something we've already seen before with the whodunit. So so go out and see it. It's in the theaters right now. Go check it out. Eli Roth's Thanksgiving. And if I don't make another video before then, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And until next time, man, remember, man, take care of your family. God first. And your family, take care, man. Goodbye.